Thank you, Inspector Adams, for your opening remarks and introductions. Good morning. I am Carol Harris. I am the Postal Inspector in charge of the Los Angeles Division of the United States Postal Inspection Service. I am proud to stand here with our partners for today's announcement. The Postal Inspection Service is the law enforcement, crime prevention, and security arm of the Postal Service. And this investigation demonstrates the dedication that postal inspectors have to their role in safeguarding America through aggressive pursuit of any perpetrators who may attempt to use the U.S. mail to further their illegal activity. This investigation uncovered a bank fraud scheme that began in 2018 and continued for several years, where perpetrators allegedly deposited altered checks stolen from the U.S. mail into numerous bank accounts. The suspects would swiftly withdraw the money before the financial institutions discovered the checks were forged. The masterminds behind this scheme would recruit individuals on social media to open bank accounts or utilize their own checking accounts to deposit the fraudulent checks and hide their identity. This investigation identified hundreds of victims across California and totals nearly $5 million in loss. Let this case be an example that the United States Postal Inspection Service will not tolerate criminals that attempt to exploit the U.S. mail for their own financial gain. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service is dedicated to protecting the integrity of the U.S. mail, protecting its employees, and protecting the American public. We commend the California Attorney General's Office for their commitment to prosecuting this case. Their support was invaluable. The coordination with our fellow law enforcement partners was vital as the magnitude of this conspiracy was uncovered. This is how we are supposed to work, bringing a whole-of-government approach and coordinating our efforts across all of our lines of authority. We would like to personally thank all the agencies involved: Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Los Angeles Police Department, California Department of Justice Bureau of Investigations, Bakersfield Police Department, Hermosa Beach Police Department, California State Parole Agents, Los Angeles County Probation, Long Beach Police Department, Los Angeles County Department of Children and Family Services, Homeland Security Investigations, U.S. Marshals, and the United States Postal Inspection Service Office of Inspector General. Again, this investigation involved the meticulous gathering of hard evidence which uncovered a significant fraud scheme. Postal inspectors will continue to vigorously pursue and bring to justice anyone who attempts to commit a crime by using the United States Postal Service. I would like to introduce Sheriff Alex Villanueva to come up and speak as well. Sheriff?
Good morning, everyone. In September of 2019, postal inspectors from the Los Angeles Division were contacted by various bank institutions regarding fraud which is occurring throughout California, Nevada, and Arizona. The fraud was committed via a complex check fraud scheme. Through an extensive investigation in collaboration with the California Department of Justice, it was discovered that suspects had been stealing U.S. checks from the mail, washing them, which is a term referring to the process in which a check fraud is committed by removing the names from the stolen checks and replacing them with fraudulent names, and then depositing and cashing these checks. The scheme involved the solicitation of several individuals who volunteered their personal information, which was used to replace the legitimate check holder's name. The ringleaders and suspects involved in this scheme are reported members of two notorious LA County criminal street gangs. Losses as a result of the fraud has been estimated approximately $5 million. In August of 2022, the Postal Inspector's Office and California Department of Justice contacted the LA County Sheriff's Department Operation Safe Streets Bureau and requested assistance in the apprehension of the suspects involved in the fraud scheme. Over 88 suspects had been identified in the fraud scheme, and approximately 70 were within Los Angeles County's jurisdiction. Through the use of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department's investigative resources, along with the department crime analysts, the involved suspects' whereabouts were determined to be throughout Los Angeles County. Yesterday, a large, multi-scale agency operation was conducted to effect the arrest of the involved suspects, with the U.S. Postal Inspectors and the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department leading the operation. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department's Operation Safe Streets Bureau and Major Crimes Bureaus assisted the United States Postal Inspector's Office in the arrest of individuals involved in the complex fraud scheme. The arrest warrants were executed at approximately 75 locations within Los Angeles and surrounding counties. 16 Los Angeles County Sheriff's investigative teams, which is 114 deputies, and 3 crime analysts were utilized to effect the arrests. And 47 individuals were arrested as a result of the operation. 4 individuals were already incarcerated and were additionally ad-charged. The operation started 0500 hours and concluded at 1600 hours. And members of the public are encouraged to call the U.S. Postal Inspector's Office or the local law enforcement agency if they suspect being victims of mail theft or fraud. And with that, I'd like to introduce Attorney General Rob Bunt.
Thank you, Sheriff Villanueva, for your teamwork and partnership on this case, and thank you to Inspector in Charge Harris for your incredible work on this investigation. We're proud to be a part of it as well, doing our part in handling the prosecution. As you all know, public safety is job number 1, 2, and 3 for me and the California Department of Justice and those behind me and with me here today. And for those of us in law enforcement, we also know that public safety is built on trust and on collaboration. In that spirit, I want to thank the men and the women of the agencies standing here and all of our partners who contributed to this very important takedown, without whom this investigation and this operation would not have been possible. It's a long list, and I think the list is important because it's many agencies, departments, and entities working together, committed to a common goal to achieve a very important result, increasing public safety in the state of California. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service, the U.S. Marshals Service, the Department of Homeland Security, our California State Parole agents, the Los Angeles County Probation and Sheriff's Departments, the police departments of Los Angeles, Bakersfield, Long Beach, and Hermosa Beach, and the Los Angeles Department of Children and Family Services. Thank you to all of the men and women in each of those departments and agencies who assisted. I also want to thank and recognize the members of my team in the e-crimes unit within the Division of Criminal Law, those who are leading the prosecution of this case. Tanya Austin, the lead, Deputy Attorney General, who is here today. Courtney Zifkin, Deputy Attorney General. Mirel Raza, Deputy Attorney General. Dorian Peters, Supervising Deputy Attorney General, and Jeanette Jaron, Senior Assistant Attorney General. Thank you to my team. I'm always proud to work with you and stand with you. The California Department of Justice is proud to serve as I mentioned, the prosecuting agency in this case. We will ensure every individual involved in this theft and fraud ring is held to account for their alleged crimes. We've all seen the social media videos, read the alarming reports of brazen crimes in our neighborhoods, including mail theft. These crimes leave a trail of victims, and in this case, it was 769 victims. Hundreds of families whose hard-earned money was brazenly stolen by criminals. We're talking about birthday checks from grandma, paychecks, hard-earned paychecks from employers, stolen, never received. There needs to be real accountability for these crimes, and there will be. The California DOJ is filing 330 felony charges against the 88 defendants in this case. We will ensure every individual found guilty will feel the full force of the law. Today, collectively, together, we are sending a strong message to every person considering crimes like these. Think again. If you steal a family's hard-earned money, we will find you. We will come after you. We will hold you accountable. Period. Full stop. Fraud and theft have no place in California, and we are going to secure justice for the hundreds of victims and families hurt in this case. Thank you again to our law enforcement partners. Again, working in partnership, in collaboration. We wouldn't be here today without all of us working together. And thank you to the men and women. It's not just entities and agencies, it's people. Men and women who put on the badge every day to do the hard work. Thank you to all of you who led this operation, made these arrests, and now are securing justice for the people of California. Thank you.